Okay, peeps, welcome back.
Hey guys, Dina Ray here.
Out how I feel. I'll be surrounded by pages, voice notes, bits of melodies. Every track is a new energy, a new vibe, and never really know what will come out.
Big dreams start small. From getting your domain to creating your website, email, and online security, we've got you covered. You don't need to be a tech expert. You just need a starting point. Your brand starts here with GoDaddy.
Hey, how's that New Year's resolution going?
What are you talking about?
You know, that YouTube channel you say you're gonna start?
Well, yeah, I'd like to, but editing's really hard and coming up.
I know many of you think I'm AI. I'm not AI, but this is AI. Maybe in the future I'll get to work.
powerful Cat 5 Hurricane Melissa, and she is breaking records. And although I know that this is an extremely dangerous storm, you have to admit it's beautiful. Mother Nature is truly incredible, and unfortunately, it comes with a cost. Of course, we're hoping everyone in Jamaica and then eventually Cuba is preparing or already prepared and bunkered down. Because as early as 7 a.m. tomorrow, give or take a couple hours, this storm is likely to be making landfall somewhere in central to western Jamaica, bringing with it catastrophic storm surge to some regions, potentially 20 plus inches of rainfall, and of course, violent wind. I did quickly want to talk about some of the records Melissa has already broken. I posted this update earlier on in the day. A Hurricane Hunter mission was abruptly called off after the aircraft encountered severe turbulence, an extremely rare occurrence. Hurricane reconnaissance flights, or the Hurricane Hunters, typically fly high enough to where they don't get this violent turbulence, and it is rare to see them abandon a mission because of this. Although clearly this storm is reaching well into the upper atmosphere, bringing with it some of these strong winds, which is why this reconnaissance flight had to turn around. One of the reconnaissance flights actually measured at elevation winds of over 240 miles per hour, which is truly incredible. And as I say here, Hurricane Melissa now holds the lowest central pressure on record for this late in the season, and she will likely go down as the strongest late season cyclone in Atlantic history. We do now have a verified 905 to 906 millibar pressure, allowing Hurricane Melissa to move into the top 10 most intense storms ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin, at least top 10 lowest central pressures. 5 to 180 mile per hour sustained winds does put it in the top 3 in Atlantic history. And unfortunately, it looks like Melissa is still strengthening. I pulled this up because I wanted to show you that we do have a new Hurricane Hunter flight or Hurricane Reconnaissance mission flying out towards the eye right now. This plane is likely going to be flying through the eye and eye wall, I would say within 30 to 40 minutes. The information that it sends back to the National Hurricane Center is extremely important because we may have a sub 900 millibar hurricane here. And although whether it's a category 4, 5, or strong Cat 5, the damage isn't going to be vastly different. This would just show us that the strengthening is still occurring, and the likelihood of this storm going through any sort of rapid de-intensification before making landfall in Jamaica is low. If we take a look at the water vapor eye temp, Melissa is on pace to shatter this record. In this image, it's down to negative 4.75 degrees Celsius, although I do believe since then the eye has gotten even drier. This is a video from one of the Hurricane Reconnaissance flights, and it's incredible. You can see we have a tight spinning eye here, and they're on one side of the eye wall. You look right across and you can see the other side of the eye. That's probably about somewhere between 10 to 12 miles. This is our latest rainfall forecast from the National Hurricane Center.
Every new release starts the same way, just me in a room trying to figure out how I feel. I'll be surrounded by pages, voice notes, bits of melodies. Every track is a new energy, a new vibe. I never really know what will come out. The magic of creating is when something personal becomes something everyone can feel. And suddenly, it's not just a song, it's a message, a feeling, a truth for others to discover. The moment it's released, it stops being mine. Releasing music is about letting things go. I want my fans